All right, so which inequality is best represented by the graph? Immediately, I can see that this graph has a dashed line. So I want to immediately begin by getting rid of any of the ones that have or equal to. So F and H are automatically out because it doesn't make any sense. So now I know I'm shading below the line, so I'm really looking for the less than symbol. And I can see that my y values are both positive, so even when I divide by that coefficient, I'm not going to flip the sign. Okay, well, they're both less than, so now I just need to make sure I get the right y-intercept. So if I go ahead and solve this first one, I'd subtract 4x from both sides, so I get 7y is less than negative 4x plus 49. Divide both sides by 7. So I get y is less than or equal to negative 4/7 x. 49 divided by 7 is 7 plus 7. That was our y-intercept. G has to be the answer. But immediately, test-taking strategies. Knock off 2 out of them. 2 out of the 4. A university will spend at most $4,500 to buy monitors and keyboards for a computer lab. Each monitor will cost $250. Each keyboard will cost $50. Which inequality represents all possible combinations of X, the number of monitors, and Y, the number of keyboards the university can buy? Okay, let's start. At most, that is less than or equal to. Okay, so looking at our signs, less than or equal to, F and H again are out. So now I want to make sure I have the right thing matched up. So X is monitors, and it says a monitor is 250. So I should have 250 with X. The answer is G. Line N shows is shown on the coordinate grid. The table of order of pairs represents some points on line P, and basically it's these answer choices. I want to know which system represents this. Well, we just finished linear regression unit. Can I put them in the table and get my equation in slope-intercept form? Yes, absolutely. So we're going to do line N first. I gave you 2 points on the graph, so the first thing we do is second plus 4, enter. Then we can go to stat, enter our x values in list 1. Well, our x values are 0 and 1. Our y values are negative 2 and 1. Then we can go back to stat, go over to calc, option number 4. And so I have my slope and I have my y-intercept. So y is equal to 3x minus 2. Then we're going to go ahead and do line P, and then I should be able to change them to standard form. So again, second plus 4, enter. Go back to stat. X values, they're already in a table for me. So negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Then we have 6, 4, 2, 0. Stat, calc, option number 4. A is negative 2, B is 4, so y is equal to negative 2x plus 4. All I have to do now is change these to standard form. So the first one, subtract 3x, I get negative 3x plus y equals negative 2. Well, the a value can't be negative. Multiply the whole thing by negative 1. 3x minus y is equal to 2. Okay, that's an equation. Add 2x, I get 2x plus y is equal to 4. That's an equation. Now I'm just looking to see which option has that. Well, it seems to be option A has the correct system. You don't have to do that much work. All you had to do is really like, okay, well, I need them in slope-intercept, and then I can make them standard. Same thing for this bottom one. It says the tables and order pairs represent some points on the graphs of 2 different lines. Which system represents these? I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did, but with these tables. So second plus 4, enter. Then we're going to go to stat. I have my x values. I have my y values. So we have negative 11, negative 6, negative 1, and 4. 81, 51, 21, negative 9. Stat, calculate number 4. So this one, y is equal to negative 6x plus 15. Again, I have done no work so far. So again, second plus 4, enter. Go back to stat. X values in list 1, negative 9, negative 4, 1, and 6. Y values in list 2, 18, 3, negative 12, negative 27. Stat, Write out a calc, option number 4. Y is equal to negative 3x minus 9. Again, changing them to standard form. Add 6x to both sides. 6x plus y is equal to 15. Add 3x to both sides. 3x plus y is equal to negative 9. 2 equations for me. Now I just have to find them in my chart here. Look, 6x plus y equals 15. 3x plus y equals negative 9. Option number D is correct. Alrighty. This one says graph the following inequality. Y is greater than or equal to 1/2 x minus 2. So we're going to start at our y-intercept of negative 2. So I put a point. 1/2 x, we're going to graph using rise over run. So I'm going to go up 1. Make sure you follow the scale because this graph looks like it's counting by halves. So I'm going to go up 1 and then over to 2. Yes, your graphs will hopefully print better, but this is what we got. So go up 1 over 2. I am going to use a solid line. The reason I'm using a solid line is because it has the or equal to. So graph my line. Now I'm going to shade above the line because it is greater than. So if I was shading, it would be this region here. Now to double check myself, I'm going to go ahead and plug in 0, 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to 1/2 times 0 minus 2. Well, 0 times 1/2 is 0. Subtract 2, I get 0 is greater than or equal to negative 2. I shaded correctly, so I am done. This one says, which ordered pair is in the solution set of 8x plus 16y is greater than 32? Well, I could plug in all these ordered pairs and see what's true, or I can solve and graph it. So we're going to practice graphing one more time. So I subtract 8x, so I get 16y is greater than negative 8x plus 32. Divide by 16. Y is greater than negative 1/2 x plus 2. Oh, almost the same setup as the previous one. So I'm going to start at positive 2. But this time, rise over run, I'm going to go down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. It is greater than, so we are going to use a dashed line because I do not have the or equal to. So I'm going to use a dashed line when I connect these points. It is still greater than, so I still need to shade above the line. So I'm going to shade above. So now I'm asking which one is in the solution set. So 0, 2. Well, it touches the line, but it's a dashed line, so 0, 2 is not included. If it was a solid line, it would be included. Negative 3 all the way up to 5. So negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that is in the shaded region, so we could double check that in a second. Negative 1, 1, that's here. Nope, that's out. And then 4, 0. Again, it's touching the line, but because it's a dashed line, it does not work. So B is our correct answer. The function f of x is equal to negative 4x plus 8 represents the first two equations in a linear represents the first of two equations in a system of linear equations. The second equation in the system has a different slope than the first equation. Which statement is true about the solution to the systems of equations? Okay, well, there's 3 different ways that we can have solutions. We can have one solution, we can have no solution, or we can have infinite solutions. So example of the graph where we have no solution, we have parallel lines because they're never going to intersect. Well, parallel lines have the same slope. So I cannot have no solutions because it would have to have the same slope. And this told me we have a different slope. Okay, so they can't be parallel. To have infinite solutions, the example of the graph would be I'd have a line, and then I basically have the exact same line put on top of that. That's how you have infinite. Well, if it's the exact same line, it also has to have the same slope. We're talking about a different slope. 2 solutions is not even an option. You either have one, none, or all. So B is the right answer here. What is the solution to the system of equations? I have 2 equations here. I am going to go ahead and use elimination because I can see I can make that negative 3x a 6x really easily. So I'm going to multiply this first equation by 2. So I get negative 6x plus 10y is equal to 42. Positive 6x and negative 6x will cancel. 10y and negative y gets me 9y. And then we have 42 and minus 15. So 9y is equal to 27. Divide by 9, y is equal to 3. Now I'm going to take my y value and I'm going to plug into an original equation. So I get 6x minus 3 is equal to negative 15. Add 3 to both sides, I get 6x is equal to negative 12. Divide by 6, x is equal to negative 2. We always write our solutions as ordered pairs, so my solution to this system is negative 2, 3. Last one, a college student completed some courses worth 3 credits and some courses worth 4 credits. The student earned a total of 59 credits after completing 18 courses. How many courses are worth 3 credits did the student complete? Okay, so we're going to say X is our 3 credit courses and Y is our 4 credit. Well, there's only 2 different types of courses, so X plus Y has to give me that total of 18 courses. And then we have 3 times X plus 4 times Y gets me my total number of credits, which is 59. I'm going to go ahead and do elimination. I'm going to do elimination for X. So I'm going to multiply the whole first equation by negative 3. So now I get negative 3x minus 3y is equal to, well, 18 times negative 3 is negative 54. Positive 3x and negative 3x will cancel. 4y minus 3y, I get y. 59 minus 54, well, that gets me 5. So we said y was our 4 credit courses. I took 5 of them. So now we have x plus 5 is equal to 18, plugging into our original equation. Let me move that up. So subtract 5, x is equal to, well, 18 minus 5 is 13. That would be answer choice